Why would we unlink drawings from the model?
Well, you can add 2D details to a 3D drawing, but sometimes you just don't want to do that, because if you break the 3D somehow, or you just change the 3D somehow, the 2D addition won't make any sense. Mm-hmm. So this is where, or another reason to this could be that you don't want to do that because you don't have the time to, you don't have the knowledge to do, or any sort of other reasons. Sometimes the people just simply say that, well, I don't know how to do that. I know very well how to draft something in 2D, but I don't know how to do this in a BIM software. So there is always a connection to what you already know. Mm-hmm. And this time we would like to show you how to turn this dynamic content into a line drawing, which you can handle just as other 2D drawings you would handle. So just in that case, you just select that content that is generated, and then you just control copy that. You should always set up a reference point, which is this point now. It's not that important now which point I clicked. It's just that will be the the pickup point of that drawing, and this is where I can just set it up to place someplace else. And the trick behind unlinking copies of the original drawing is that you should have, and you always obviously have, a 2D drawing.
For example, we are now going to use the floor plan
on this one. I will show you a much better approach, but to understand the physics behind, this is how it works. You just, copy paste, and I just place it here, and it's identical to the original one. The difference between this and that is that when I zoom in here and I select this is a door, and when I do the same thing here, this is a polyline. And with the polyline, I can do even things that I cannot do here. I cannot erase this line because that's part of the model. But I can do that here by just simply using this. This is a tool which I like a lot, and which allows me to just erase parts of the drawing. So this way you can make changes that would otherwise not be possible other than modeling it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, if there is this, there is an old building, an archaic building in the city center, and I have to add some sort of statue or figure or something like that. I don't want to model that.
You don't want to.
Perhaps I don't even have the model for that, but I can clearly create a drawing.
That you mentioned that, because modeling things in 3D takes time and it takes processing power. So if you don't need that detail to be featured in 3D, you might just want to draw it in 2D. Or better yet, use existing groups or external blocks from other libraries.
Yeah.
That's very.
So this way you can literally modify this in any sort of way. You can remove, you can add things, just the way your project needs to. But remember, this drawing is already a detached and unlinked copy of the original dynamic content. The original dynamic content will be updated, but this unlinked copy, when you unlink it, when you make this approach, it won't be in any sort of connection already to the rest of the drawing. Well, now what you see here, this is I would say this is a bad approach when you use ARCHLine to just fill the whole drawing with all sort of connecting drawings. Much better if you create dedicated drawings for that. Now this is obviously an elevation drawing which is in connection with the 2D, but it looks like I'm already creating the print view, but I'm not doing that already. So how to solve this? I just cut it. I just use Ctrl X to cut it away. And then to organize this better, I would recommend you to create a new 2D drawing. Mm-hmm. And this should be called, for example, elevations. And I usually highlight this to be 2D. So this tells me this is the kind of the unlinked elevations, okay? So here I just paste this elevation which I already have, and I start detailing. I start adding the, which we will cover in a second, the rest of the groups and annotations and things like that.
Is there a way to have multiple pages to this drawing?
Yes. Let's just quickly create another elevation, and this will be. I think I will just try to go with something like the west elevation. Yeah, let's just do that. So the software generates that. I can detail it the same way. I just simply make a copy, Ctrl copy, and then now I just go back and find that original drawing which I created for this specific reason, and that was the 2D unlinked elevations. So the 2D unlinked elevations, if I just copy paste it here, I would end up with the same thing, just in case of this 2D. So I don't have pages yet, but actually, as this is a 2D drawing, this has its own floor system, which I can use as pages. So I just name it as, what was that? This was the north.
Yes, that was north elevation.
Elevation.
That was west, I think.
And let's just name this as west elevation. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's just say okay. And then I just jump to the west elevation. I'm just, using the page up, page down button, which we covered previously. So I just paste it here, and then I have that over there. So now when I flip and change between the pages, the levels, these are now handled as pages, and I can just, do whatever I want with those.